so that's like the adult project, getting your candle holders ready for a different look and different style. This is where you can involve your kids.
This is where you can involve your kids for some of it. Some of it will need adult supervision.
Okay. So you've already created some.
Yeah, so that's why our pool noodle's a little shorter. We made a couple.
But it's a full length pool noodle.
Yeah, so we start off with a full length pool noodle. To cut this, again, really sharp knives here. I know it's soft and you could probably cut this with a butter knife, but you end up getting a lot of those little frillies, things that we want a clean cut.
And we're gonna measure like your candle size. You can get a bunch of candles off of this pool noodle. Yeah. So we only need 2. But if for Halloween, you really like this look and you want to create a bunch, then you can create a bunch of staggered candles and this little collection. Yeah, so you can do a whole bunch of pieces from this. Little candles, big candles, you can glue them together to make a candle bundle if you're not going to put it on our candlestick. So we're going to go with maybe like a 5-inch? Yeah, 5-6 inches. I'm eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay. So yeah, let me get the knife prepped, put a new blade on there because we've been using it for other stuff, and let's cut it. Okay, you changed your blade. We got a new blade on here. Yeah. Okay. So on this one, and I usually wouldn't recommend this, but we're gonna get the blade all the way out. So this is where you don't want the kids involved. Okay. This is a very sharp knife. I see. Out, pokey. We're gonna be careful with it. I'm gonna start with the other side because it's already perfectly cut and flush. So we have a nice base to start with. We can get the sticker. We actually use the sticker right here as our measurement. I'm gonna just place it down, get it about halfway, and then just roll the foam noodle. Much easier than I thought. Much easier than trying to do a sawing motion or anything like that. Very cool. We get a nice clean cut noodle. So there's the start to our candle. So this is our candle base. Okay. If we will. Now, whenever you cut this, the first thing you should do is put the blade away. Okay. Safety. Blade is gone. Now the kids come in? Almost. We got one more cut to make before the kids get here. Okay. I got it right here. Right. Perfect. So you will see that we have a big problem. This tea light does not fit in the hole in the pool noodle. So we're going to just try to get it centered, get our markers out, and mark where the candle would be. Like that. I got a little on the candle, not a big deal. It's going to get tucked in, and you get something that looks like that. Okay. Now, we got to cut that out. If you want to just pass me the candle really quick. We're going to kind of, do you know how deep we want to cut it? We're going to use the knife and take it out to the depth of the candle and not giving it just 2 clicks more. Okay. Just so we have it a little something. Right, because we don't want this sticking up. We want it to look like a candle. Yeah, we want it to be flush in there. Awesome. Turn it sideways. We don't want this cutting towards hands. We want to keep fingers, thumb tucked in, away. I'm going to be putting the blade straight in. And you see it'll move a little forward. And then as you slide like a sawing motion, I'm going to be rotating. Looking at my marker, the mark I made, to make sure I'm in the right spot. So usually I want the force going towards the table, never sharp objects towards the body. Make sure also, I'm starting to do it now, but I caught myself, I'm gonna fix it. Don't let the blade start turning towards you. Keep it parallel to the pool noodle as you do this. If not, you're gonna make a cone instead of a straight cut. Perfect. Okay, so we're making a space for this little tea light. Yeah, and you'll feel once you've made it all the way, you feel like you're not cutting anymore. Okay, so you made a cut. And I'm just gonna put my finger in there and rip it out from the inside. That's fun. Yeah. So again, this is, unless you have an older kid that has a little bit more dexterity strength to do this, this might be a part you want to do. Okay, perfect. And you just, look at that, it comes right out. And how much do you think how much was this, about? It was, I think it's on there actually. It's still. Nope. I think it was like $3 to $5. Okay, so $3 to $5, and I'm gonna say you're gonna get like 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe like 5 to 6 candles. Yeah. So you're saving a ton of money just by doing this. And I'm sure you can find even cheaper than that on Amazon or something like that. Maybe you have one from your kids that's laying around. The effect that it's gonna have is amazing. Yeah. So creepy candles. Creepy candles. So we already did the cut. So we could stop here and do it, but we're trying to take it up a level. Yes. And you'll see even in our little plastic candle, there's a little undulation on the surface. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. So all the cutting, again, I like doing it. Now, if your kid really wants to be part of this, that's where that 80 grit sandpaper comes in. Because, I'm gonna tear a little piece here. This, remember when I said that this could be good for shaping? This is what I'm talking about. If your kid really wants to do the shaping and they come in with sandpaper, you can actually take away a lot of material using the sandpaper.
And you're making this look a little bit more real,
Yeah.
more like a candle, like these. Okay, perfect.
Exactly. I don't like using the sandpaper to shape this because the noodle has that foamy texture, and I think with the blade cut gives us a slightly cleaner look.
Okay.
So I like doing it, but again, you can do it both ways.
Perfect.
So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a.
Yeah, he's just going in a wave motion and giving this candle a little bit of personality.
Now again, this is me being nitpicky and getting, doing a little bit too much. But the next cut I like to do is actually to cut this and make the lip a little thinner. Just like that. So now we kind of have that shape.
It really looks like a candle. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So those are those elements, like if you're not sure, if you really want to push
Yeah.
yourself, print a couple candle pictures. See what an actual candle looks like so you
Yeah.
know what you're going for.
I mean, in less than like 30 seconds, he turned this pool noodle into like a fake little candle, but we're not done yet.
No.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. Now this whole time we've been sitting here talking,
yeah.
I've been preheating our hot glue gun.
Okay.
So this is plugged in. This is a small basic one, and we have 2 temperatures. I'm gonna go high on this one. Now, if you wanna pass me that big pool noodle really quick. One of the issues with foam and heat is it will melt right through the pool noodle.
Yes.
Look at that, it goes right through.
Yes.
Careful, because you don't wanna do that. So I'm gonna actually get that out of our way. But what I did wanna do is fill in some of the pores we're having here. So again, I told you guys go with the cheapo stuff because we're gonna use a lot of it. We're probably gonna go through 4 or 5 glue sticks to do
Okay,
this.
so you're gonna cover this whole top part with hot glue.
Yes. So the way I liked doing it was just get a whole bunch on there, and then I'm gonna use this metal bit that's hot and just spread it around very carefully, not to melt the plastic too much.
Okay.
And you already see we already almost threw a whole stick right now. Just as much as you can squeeze on there.
All right.
We get it on there and just lay it out
So
around.
we have our backup ready.
So do you want to do the next candles? Do you want to do the next glue stick?
Let's see if I can help you there. Sure.
All right, so let me just get this down. I'll let you do the rest of the.
Okay, so what we're doing
You can probably do a little more
here
than we'll before we place
is
it.
putting some hot glue gun down, and even though our tip is, I think I need that, is hot, we're gonna use it still.
Yeah, just very quickly. We don't want to let it sit there or put too much pressure. We're just almost like spreading peanut butter on untoasted bread.
Okay, because it looks amazing.
Now, if you're putting this on like the top of a shelf or something, don't need to go crazy. No one's gonna be able to see it up close. But if it's on like a centerpiece on a dining room table where we're gonna be eating or maybe like right in front of it, that's where I like. For me, the detail I like getting.
Okay, it looks really cool already. So I'm gonna put this down safely, and we already covered that whole area.
We covered that whole area. Beautiful.
And what's next?
Now we got to make that drippy look.
Okay, so we're gonna make these the little drip things.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll do the first one.
All right, go ahead.
I like letting gravity kind of do its thing.
Okay.
It's kind of hard when I'm not looking at it, but we're gonna pump a bunch from the top and let it drip down. And if yours is really hot, you can even do a little and force it the way you want it to go. I'm gonna turn it to me really quick. Also, you can do a little of that. So you're gonna get a nice drip going.
All right, so we're giving it that not real candle look.
Exactly. So I'll let you do the next one. And as you can see, we're already on our 3rd glue stick here.
Yeah.
So you're going to use a lot of glue sticks to do this hack. And if you're going to do the whole pool noodle, you're probably going to go through an entire pack of glue sticks.
All right, so I'm gonna even create. So you let it drip so it looks natural.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create some lines and see if they'll go. Kind of happy with that.
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
And again, having reference photos here will give you a world of difference because like a little thing, like usually when a candle, the rim of the candle has that low point, that's where you're gonna have the most dripping because that's where it's spilling over the edge.
Really cool. You guys, this is so much fun.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I think older kids can go ahead and do the hot glue part. You
100%.
can supervise, make sure they don't burn the little fingers off. But I'm having a ton of fun.
Yeah, it looks great. And honestly, this is one that the more time you spend on it, the better it's gonna look.
Yeah. So patience.
Yeah.
And some reference will help see what like a real drip. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks great. And don't, again, the reference that I've worked with incredible sculptors and painters, and even the top guys always have references around, because it's good to see you're doing so many things. You're trying to visualize things in 3 dimensions. It's nice being able to stop, look, and go back.
Okay.
If you want, what you can also do is, I realize it cools down before it drips too far. So if you want to pick up and start pouring from like the low point, you'll get an even further drip down.
Oh, you're saying like put the hot glue gun down, like further down, and it'll drip further down.
Exactly.
Okay.
Start from the middle to get like because I think it needs to have like drips that go all the way through, a little bit shallower.
Yeah. I don't have a reference, but I can picture it in my mind, and I think I'm doing okay.
No, it looks great.
Yeah. So we go all the way around.
All the way around, yeah.
And we're gonna do that. So far, I don't feel like it's taken a long time. So we had our pool noodle, we cut it. That was maybe like 30 seconds. This part is probably the part that takes the longest. You want to take your time.
And I think the biggest time-consuming part of this project is waiting for things to dry. So this is where doing like 3 or 4 candles at once is the way to go, because while you're working on one, the next one's drying, and that's like will speed up your process. And
okay.
It's like making 3 of them will take you the same amount of time as making 1 of them because of the dry time.
I'm gonna make another one of those long ones. So I start down here.
So
I think I got all the way around.
That looks great.
Looks cool, right?
Yeah. Once it's cooled off, you can go in and remove all the little stringies.
Yeah.
But usually when you pour the hot glue gun in these like large quantities, it doesn't make stringies the way it does when you try to just do a little dab of glue. So,
I'm like,
yeah, it looks great.
Okay, great.
All right, now you could technically just spray paint this and call it a day.
Okay.
I didn't do that because, and
You're Raphael.
Because I'm me, and sometimes spray paints will react to foam. So you'll spray paint. In our case, I tested it and it didn't react, but sometimes it might. And you'll spray paint, it'll make a hole right through your foam.
Okay, good to know.
For people that have spray painted foam before and they spray and they're like, what is happening? I'm going to teach you how to spray paint foam right now.
Okay.
And that's where our house paint, glue, or craft paint, any of these will do the exact same thing, and that is seal the surface.
Okay.
So it's going to do there's like 2 things for it. It seals and protects it from the spray paint, and it also will will match the texture a little bit better from the pool noodle to the hot glue, because they're not the same texture. So like painting everything in one paint,
it'll make it more smooth.
We create a similar surface area to work on.
Okay.
So we're going to speed ramp the painting because we've seen a lot of painting already. Everyone knows how to do this.
So you're going to paint with one of these.
I'm going to go with the latex house paint because it's cheap.
Okay.
Most people have this laying around.
Straightforward. Paintbrush, just paint the whole thing.
Just paint the whole thing.
Inside and out.
Inside and out.
And then use the same technique that we did for our candle holders with the spray paint and take it outside.
Exactly. Take it outside, spray paint it without your tea light in there. First spray paint. You can use the tea light, like as you're doing this, make sure you can still fit it in there. Like with your hot glue, you're not, messing it up.
Yeah.
But when it's painting time, take it out.
Okay. So we're going to do that.
We're going to do that. We actually have some that are already painted here.
Candles.
Candles, yes.
Where am I?
Let's see where they went. They're right here, actually. They're with me. So.
He's got me on my toes. Okay, so ta-da!
So after we've painted it with the latex house paint, took it outside, and we spray painted. Now this one, I didn't do the glue thing on the inside because I wanted to show you guys what I meant when I said when the cut areas showing. So now I actually did another one here.
So this one, you can see the pool noodle texture.
Yes.
And this other new one, you can't see it that much.
You cannot see it. We covered it with the hot glue. Now the difference here is that this one I painted it black using our apple barrel paints, because let's say you did this or you didn't paint this and you only want to do this and you have these paints. You can see it's more of a matte finish.
It is matte finish, yeah.
It's a different look. Maybe you want the matte finish in your house instead of the glossy. They both will work. Like you can do one or the other.
And this one you prepped it with one of your paints.
With our house paint.
With our house paint, and then you went outside.
They're both prepped with the house paint. Just this one got spray painted black, and this one got brush painted black.
And did you do the glossy?
No, this is still the flat paint. Will come out this glossy because the pool noodle and the glue kind of already are very smooth and
super cool. Okay, so he has some already made, and we're gonna paint this one.
Yeah, so let's get painting to this one while you guys look at that.
Yeah, and this fits. Well, this fits really nicely in there. Yeah, always test it. With this one, I think we have a little bit of work to do to fix that, but it looks really, really cool.
Yeah, so like, for example, if you ended up making this like I did this one with a different tea light, so it falls like right through. Like you can, so that was way too big. So what you can do is you can take some of the leftover foam that you used earlier, just put it around it, and tuck it in there with that.
Okay.
And that should hold it nice and tight in there, so it will not fall through anymore.
Nice. So creepy Halloween candles for very little.
Yeah. So let's get this really quick, just to show you guys how this paint goes on. So we'll give this a shake. And again, you could use this. You can use Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue is a great sealant for if you're doing something that's not water-based over it.
And
it's not transparent anymore, so it's hardened, and it'll go right on. Look at that. Like it just 2 seconds. House paint. I love this stuff. Like you can use it for anything. So if you're ever doing foam projects that you're trying to spray paint and you don't want the spray paint to chew through the foam, hit it with some latex paint first.
That is a great pro tip right there.
And you can see on the inside already how nice that looks.
And now painting it, you can see what your design
you'll see where you missed too. So if you did this and you see you missed a spot, you can still go back and hit it with some more glue. Once it dries, put a little more glue on it, and then just paint over it one more time.
Okay.
So we'll do the whole thing, take it outside, spray paint it, or paint it with acrylics.
Yeah, I'm gonna put, let's see, another tea light here. This one has a really, really good fit. And then we bring our candle holder over. And we have a Halloween creepy candle, pool noodle, and then our new and improved or new version of our candle holder.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna check out how Rachel styles these creepy candle holders in an amazing Halloween setup.
Perfect. Let's go see.
Hi Decocrators, I'm Rachel, the stylist here at Decocrated, and today I'm going to show you how to style these amazing hacks that Claudia and Raphael brought to us today. So first up, what I want to do here, let's take a really great centerpiece in your home. So your coffee table, something that you probably style for fall, but let's spook it up a bit for Halloween with these hacked items. So first up, I'm going to use this great classic tray from the shop, and we're going to start there. Then we're gonna layer a little bit of a foundation piece. So I'm gonna just really naturally lay in our Halloween tea towel. If you don't have the box subscription yet, you're gonna want this and you're gonna find it in there. So once we've got that foundation going, what I love to always do, which is nice that these candlesticks already come in a set, also part of the fall box, a great must-have that you need. And now that it's already darkened up, a little bit more spooky, we're gonna start here with 2 pieces, and I'm gonna put the taller one in the back, and we're gonna do the lower one in the front, because what we wanna do is create some sort of flow and dimension. Start high and move low to where you kind of want an audience. When you have your friends over come to your house, sit for coffee, you want them looking in at your coffee table and seeing this beautiful decorative piece. Another paired item, also available in the shop. How nice are these pumpkins? They can be the black and white. You can really style them any time of year for fall, or use them for Halloween. So what I'm gonna do is take this larger item here, the taller one, and I'm gonna actually maybe squeeze it in like that to separate out those candlesticks just a little bit. And then I'll, again, toggle the high and low pieces, so the lower and the front. But I think I'm gonna add something to give a little bit more height. So books are great for that. This is like a dollar store find, just something, again, that ties in that Halloween theme. So here you can kind of see the movement happening. We need to fill a little bit of the space. I think it's nice to always fill it to the point that you don't have any really big open gaps in your little tray that you're styling. So we'll add a little succulent there in the front. Last but not least, I think we kind of need to fill this a little bit more. So what's really cool about this open framed pumpkin is just taking something easy that you find at the dollar store, big box store, like these little white pumpkins, to make that black pop. And let's just insert it right in here. So we'll squeeze those guys in, give it a little bit filler, a little bit more fun. I love to work in odds, so I have 5 pumpkins that I'm putting in here, just to kind of give it more of a natural flow and shape. And voila, there you go. So we've got some great shop items, some box items that you can all pair great with this fall candlestick hack. Happy Halloween, guys.
All right, so how cute was that coffee table setup?
Yeah, that was
and creepy and beautiful.
Yes, that was very Halloween.
The shop pieces, the Decocrated shop has those set of 2 pumpkins that are the same kind of metal.
Yeah.
Actually, they're exactly the same as the metal pumpkin that you guys got. And talking about the metal pumpkin, we did do a hack with a paper mache. You'll find that video right over here. And then we did a tea towel magnet board, and you'll find this video clicked right here. We'll also link everything in the bottom, including if you do these hacks, okay, we're gonna link below our Facebook groups, the Deco hacks, the Deco creators. Please share with us any of these hacks that you've done.
I want to see it. Like,
it doesn't even have to be these hacks. Any hack you've done with art pieces, share it and make sure to show everybody what you did.
Yeah, leave some comments below if you want to see for the future, like next season's, like this was probably the last one for our fall collection, but let us know, like maybe for winter you're going to want to see some more Christmas themed things, winter themed things that we can do.
So in the comments below, let us know
any projects, any materials you want to learn how to use, and
all right,
we'll take
so
it there.
Raphael, you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
These hacks were so much fun. I'm really, really impressed. I'm sure you guys are super impressed. I cannot wait to see what you guys do. Thanks for joining us in this season's Hack-A-Malls. We will see you next season with some winter and Christmas fun. Thanks for joining us. Bye, guys.
Bye.